The drama. When you first walk into this boss fight, you enter the room and see two armored lads fighting. A pile of bodies littered around them. Armored guy number 1 stabs armored guy number 2, and you realize you've just found yourself in the wrong place at the wrong time. Almost makes you wish you let the wraiths outside handle these guys. But as much as you want to sneak out before Stabby McKill his friends over there sees you, you can't. This is Dark Souls, and this is a boss fight. Alright, so deep breath and ready your weapons. What starts off as a normal boss fight becomes one of extreme frustration when another freaking armored man spawns. Now, it's a delightful mess of clashing weapons, rolling, and where the is the second guy? It's messy, intense, and we can't believe that there are people who love this fight. Not to mention, this area comes after the hellhole area, otherwise known as Farron Keep, where poison and horror were born. Seriously, why are these slugs so painful? Who is the black armored guy, and what on earth is this? Oh, and the boss has a stage 2. Welcome to Dark Souls. Pro tip, run around the arena and pray the watchers murder themselves. This optional boss first requires you to beat Oceros. You know, the creepy naked dragon that goes on and on about an invisible baby. Well, defeat him and you could enter the untended graves. This is where you first started the game, except now you're in the past and everything is darker, creepier, and mobs will jump at you out of nowhere to give you half a heart attack. Follow the same route you did when you first started out, and you'll reach Champion Gundyr. Remember him? Yep, we're back at the tutorial boss, except he's stronger, faster, and angrier now. Yay! Pro tip, like almost every Dark Souls boss, rolling behind him is the safest strategy. Literally, can't go wrong. Okay, now we're getting to the good ones. Let's talk about the cutscene. Water drips down from the ceiling. You look up and see this. This giant, long-limbed body of certain death. 'Tis a sight that'll make any Dark Souls fan shed a tear. However, if you took advice from a nearby scratch and killed the old lady preemptively, this is the moment you realize you messed up. Dancer drops to the ground, gets to her feet, and looks at you, flaming sword ready. This fight is a beautiful flurry of motion, all that spinning and rolling. When you first see the giant creature walk towards you, you might laugh and wonder if From Software really expects you to be scared of a slowpoke like this. But you would be mistaken. Dancer moves like liquid, Dancer strikes like lightning, and Dancer grabs and impales you like a kebab. What makes this boss fight tough is that Dancer's fluid movements feel abnormal. She doesn't move like other bosses and subverts your expectations in deadly ways. Pro tip, don't kill Grandma. What was that? You still haven't nailed parrying? Good luck with Pontiff. This dual sword wielding boss is as nasty in his fight as he is in his lore. Go read up on it, it's pretty intense. He slashes at you from two sides, forcing you to roll and pray you don't get caught in his combos. But that's not all. Second stage Pontiff calls a friend who's weaker but is just as irritating as him. So now you have two giant sword-wielding creeps trying to stab you. All in all, Pontiff is fast and delivers deadly combos of annihilation. It's a struggle, a long, painful struggle, and in hindsight, it probably would have been easier to parry. At least you get a cool weapon from his soul. Pro tip, use a bow, take him down from a distance. Here's the thing. Apparently, this guy is crippled. He can't use his legs, which should give the player the upper hand, right? He's bigger, stronger, and has more HP. It's only fair if the player's more mobile. But no. Lauren can teleport. Not to mention he likes to slam his giant sword around and do a bunch of fiery damage. What else? Oh yeah, there's a phase 2 in which his brother resurrects him, and they become a duo of flamey magic destruction. Such fun! If anything, this game teaches you the dangers of premature celebrations.
Rise if you would. Where do I rise?
Never trust health bars in Dark Souls, folks. Always double check to make sure the monster is really dead. Pro tip, panic roll. The final Dark Souls 3 boss. He's the accumulation of everything you as a player can do and have seen during the game. His weapon changes and he switches from pyromancy to miracles to sorcery. What makes this fight hard? Aside from all of the above, Cinder also enjoys the occasional delayed attack and heals up. To put it simply, this fight requires timing, precision, and tilt-proof mentality. The first phase is an intense Russian roulette where you just pray that Cinder doesn't whip out his curved sword and pyromancy combo. But that's not all, of course. You stab, slash, and slap the guy until his health depletes, only to realize he is still standing. Then phase 2 begins, and our dear Cinder over here proceeds to hit you with a wombo combo of death and despair. You never forget the first time Cinder wombo combos you. The second stage is tough, but what really makes the second stage magical is the music. The soft, sad tune sets the tone and makes the entire experience almost poetic. Pro tip, want to Estus? Get ready to run as far as possible. First off, this fight wins the Crazy Cool Cutscene Award. After touching Philinore's egg, after everyone in this DLC warns you not to, you find the Ring City in ruins. You go out to explore the devastation when you see a dying pygmy lord struggling up the sand dunes. When you finally see him, Gael is hunched over a dead pygmy lord, and he's nothing like you remember from your first encounter. Gael, the very same man who begged you to save the painting, is now a deformed monstrosity, seemingly turned manic after consuming dark soul after dark soul. This fight is tough, but so incredibly satisfying. Gael Phase 1 comes at you like a rabid animal, launching himself in your direction, launching his ragged weapon every which way. In Phase 2, Gael flings magic discs, whips out a crossbow, and everything hurts, including his characteristic red cloak. This boss is fantastic, and defeating him was bittersweet, because I wasn't ready for it to be over. What really makes the tears flow is that you now have the pigment that you have to bring to the painter, who after thanking you for it, says that she wonders when Uncle Gael will be back. Pro tip, don't touch the egg. Seriously, just stop touching things. Let's set the scene. You're at Archdragon Peak. You've slain the giant dragon and see a bunch of fog. Now, what have we learned about Dark Souls and fog? Fog equals death and despair. Still, you insist on following the fog and end up in an even foggier battleground where you will fight Nameless. There's a creature flying towards you, terrifying, until it lands and you realize it kind of looks like a turkey that's been run over by a garbage truck. But do not underestimate the garbage turkey. The turkey has some dangerous moves, and his rider has lightning spears that he will throw at you. And of course, slaying the beast is only half the battle. Once you do that, he who must not be named steps up and stabs his friend, resulting in more fog and a very challenging second phase. Pro tip, lie down and hide in the fog. I hate this guy. I'm not even going to pretend that this is ZoominGames' collective opinion. No, I, the faceless writer, talking to you through a mysterious voice, despise this boss with a burning passion. This giant dragon of a boss takes you to hell and back, repeatedly. After tackling him on a bridge, there's a moment where someone might genuinely feel bad for a second. He was but an innocent dragon, and we cast him down into oblivion. Well, surprise, surprise. Midir is alive and, well, waiting for you when you fall down a hole. What makes this boss fight hard? Aside from the fact that he's a massive dragon with giant claws and fangs, he also has fire. Oh, and did we mention the lasers? It's not like we're still salty about this fight or anything, but we would like a little word with whoever looked at this fire-breathing monstrosity and decided that fire, claws, and teeth weren't enough. Again, it's not like we're still mad, but there are 10 reasons we could write in a top 10 about why Midir sucks and why he deserves to be waterboarded in Farron Keep. But that's for another time. And don't come to me with some sad lore to make me feel bad. The dragon sucks. Pro tip, delete the ringed city. Dear sweet sister Friede. When you first walk into that boss room, it feels like your opponent has to be the giant creepy dude. But no, the poor man only wants his flail and asks for it in the most amazing Scottish accent. Then, plot twist of the century. Sister Friede appears. Oh my Dark Souls goodness, do we love this fight. The first phase is rhythmic, with Friede swiping at you with her pointy Reaper stick. And let's not forget that she goes invisible. When you finally get her, her father Ariandel throws a tantrum. He resurrects her and starts slapping his bowl of fire around while Friede sends ice your way. Believe it or not, this is the easiest part of the fight. Now, when you finally get Papa Ariandel, that's when the fun really begins, because this fight has another freaking stage. Now you're left with 2 Estes, a sweaty joystick, and the realization that the real fight is about to begin. Zombie Friede gets up for the 3rd time and goes properly berserk. She's everything that was hard about Phase 1 except faster, stronger, and she now uses Dark too. Pro tip, kill Friede before entering the boss room. Really, the key to beating Dark Souls bosses is through trial and error. You traverse the fog, learn some moves, die and try again until you've seen every swipe, swing, jump, and random crazy laser beam. Did you have trouble with any of these Dark Soul bosses? If so, leave a comment about your experiences so we can share this mutual frustration. As for my final tip to beating Dark Souls, go dirty, be a sellout. Use the Sellsword Twin Blades. You're welcome. Now, if you'll excuse us, we're off to complete our NG Plus run and go through it all again.